What's going on, y'all? It is a new month, which means that there are new average rent prices that have rolled out for apartments in Austin, Texas. We're going to jump into that right now. And this is one of the reasons why I love doing this, because when I share, like, hey, don't use the average rent for the city, use the average rent by neighborhood, drill down a little bit. I want to show you the stark differences when you do that so that you can plan better and not be taken by surprise. So let's go ahead and jump into the numbers and we'll switch to that right now. So right now in the month of June, we are taking a look at the Austin, Texas rental market trends last updated last month, May 2025. And as we see, it's gone up a bit since the last time we had taken a look at the averages. So you know what I always preach, I always say, please don't use average rent for the city as your barometer or as your benchmark when you're looking for an apartment. Let's dig into the neighborhood. So we want to take a few minutes so we can do that here. But if we look at what it is for the city, and the city being like the Austin MSA, Metropolitan Statistical Area, that's going to include like your Pflugervilles, that's going to include like your Mainers and things like that. Uh, all areas of Austin, right? The average rent is $1,669 for an 862 square foot apartment. And again, that's the average size going with the average rent. So 1669. So what I do not want you to do, what I want to help prevent is for you to say, okay, if I move to Austin, I know my rent is going to be about 1600 bucks, right? No. What I want you to do is say, okay, where do I want to live in Austin? And let me look at what that neighborhood is. So if we come down here and we see this list of average rent in Austin by neighborhood, we see if you want to live downtown, the average rent for downtown is 3,100 bucks. That is a very different number than the 1669 that we see up here, right? Again, this is for the entire city, and we want you to drill down into the neighborhood. So if you will say, hey, I want to live downtown, you're looking at about 3,100. If you want to look at South Congress or the SoCo area, you're looking at 2,400 being the average rent. Again, these are all rent data points from as of last month, May 2025. So if you're looking in June, which is closer, well, we're in summer, but when I say closer, I mean like when we get into like July, you might see another bump in the average rent prices for each one of these neighborhoods. So please factor that in, that we are seeing the amounts for last month as of May, and it might be slightly different here in June if you're looking this month. So what's another area most people like to go to? The Miller area. Right, so you're looking at 2178 being the average rent there. Zilker Park or the Zilker area is popular. That's about 2100. If we go down, most people like going to say Domain. I see that this is kind of categorized under North Burnett, but you're looking at like right under 1,800 bucks a month, right? So getting a little bit closer to that 1669 that we saw earlier, but still slightly above. So this is why I preach a lot, and I know a lot of you like you down thumb my videos when I start talking about prices. You're like, don't like, but it's not me. I'm not creating these prices. I'm just trying to let you know so that you're not shocked, and that if you are planning, that you are able to plan ahead. If you're looking at the Barton Hills, now we're starting to get into more of the average, or we start getting to the numbers that reflect more of the city's average. Barton Hills, 1716, right? A couple bucks away. Let's go down to, let's say, the Crestview area for apartments will be around 1650, and around there you're looking probably older properties. So that's where you're starting to get into these um, different prices, different price points here. Go down to Woodlands, the Montopolis, you're looking at 1585. Now, Montopolis, that area is actually growing. I know there's a lot of construction going on over there right now. So, I mean, you have this at 1585. I don't know how long it's going to stay there with the construction, but we at least know that, right? South Lamar, very popular place. You're looking the average rent being 1579, and when this is saying South Lamar, um, a bit further south, right? But 1579, I mean, in almost anywhere in Austin is going to be under construction, is going to be developed, right? So, or under development, I should say. And so I'm seeing these prices because they're probably reflecting that construction, right? Now, the reason why I want to scroll back up here in just a second, but we saw SoCo, right? And I was like South Congress, but the SoCo area of South Congress, because if you look right here, you have South Congress at 1564, right? So 1564 for South Congress versus we go back up here to SoCo, right? 2406. So why the difference, Marcus? Because SoCo is going to be closer to downtown, and the South Congress referred to here is going to be a little further south. I know we just had it. Where was it? Blah, 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 blah. Nope, nope, nope. Ah, here we go. South Congress, right? So also know that difference too, that if you are looking in the South Congress area, which part of South Congress are you looking at? Because there is a difference. And I just wanted to point that out to you here so that you can see they are considered two different areas. And that's why they have two different price points. So I don't want you thinking you're going to go to SoCo and be like, oh yeah, I saw it's a little under $1,600. So why is it like not that? Because SoCo is considered a different area. South Congress is going to be a little further south. And I mean, obviously, you can go through this to see if there is a particular area that stands out to you. This is publicly available. This is not behind a paywall. There's not a subscription or anything like that. So, I mean, you are more than welcome to use this information for your own research. I'll include a link in the description in case it can be helpful, just to make it a little bit easier for you to, just click it and go versus um, having to go look for it, right? So you see here the Great Hills area. Just recently did an apartment tour in this area, and so that the average for that area is about 1460, well, 1459, right? A little sub $1,500, right? So again, neighborhood is more important than anything. Okay, the neighborhood you're looking in will determine your price point, not the average of the city. So, quick video, just kind of touch on the latest Austin apartment rental market trends, right? So, this is not rental homes, these are apartment rent prices only. Hope it's helpful. If I've missed anything, if there's anything else you want me to kind of touch on here, by all means, leave me a comment. Happy to do so. You know, I got you covered. And until next time or next month, you stay awesome and you stay amazing.